Alright. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises to and glory. And tell how Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Harakakodash. I want to give all praise double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And peace and blessings to the sincere came across the four corners of the earth that spreading the sword. All the legends and all the truth, I wanna do a video here on the fall of America, and basically these country that once recognized as weak nations, they rising up, and they developing the arsenal, the weapons of warfare, which now it ain't swords, and it ain't guns, and it ain't grenades, it's missiles. That what all these nations having now. That what all these nations trying to develop nuclear arsenal, and to a thing that could destroy a country, using just one, which is a nuclear missile, or atomic bomb. These ICBMs and them. And these nations are called to the scriptures, rising up, where the Most High is stirring up the spirit to come against this Babylon. Babylon the Great. Joel 3 verse 9, it says, "Proclaim it this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near." It says, proclaim it this among the Gentiles, among the nations, prepare war, wake up the mighty men. And in most of these countries military, it are fight for this fucking devil, and some fighting for the Arabs, and some going across Israel to fight next to Edomites. So they too themselves gonna get destroyed in the Middle East. It says, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. And that way the Most High doing right now. The Most High painted in the spirit, to be in that warlike, that warlike attitude, that warlike mentality. And who causing that? America, because they wanna bully everybody. So the Most High gained them these weapons. The Most High gained them the knowledge, to build these different atomic bombs, and what do you call it, the Satan 2, and the $100 megaton bomb. The Most High paid it in their spirit to do that. The Most High gave them that knowledge. It says, beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. And that basically the weak doing. And just now I got an article, showing you how these weaker nations, basically trying to expand the nuclear arsenal. Because as I say, gonna have a war with men, and with guns, and with grenades, and with rifles, and these things. But guess what? If you ain't had a nuclear arsenal, if you ain't had nuclear missile, you ain't gonna say shit. Because you could have 2 million troops, and a country just needs to drop one bomb, and it could destroy a whole country. It could destroy a whole military. It says, beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. And that what these nations doing. These nations basically, plowshares is basically farming tools. But what these nations do, these nations cut it back from different, sectors, or things that I had finance in the budget to give an increase, to give an increase, to fund, the military or the national defense. So what are basically doing? They're basically preparing for war. They're basically preparing to build things against the bully, which is America. And that's why America, those were nations like North Korea and Iran and things to build these missiles, because they're feeling threatened. Because when you have missiles, hey, they can't just come and storm. Why you think that those storm they don't go around Russia? No shit. Because Russia have missiles that could flatten America, in a half an hour to an hour. So when these other nations now coming and building up, or developing missiles that capable of flying from their country to America, hey, America gonna feel threatened, and America gonna wanna, hey, like what they do with North Korea. I say they wanna impose sanctions. Cause they're feeling threatened. But guess what? They wanna possess. They wanna possess nuclear missiles. Just assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. And they assemble their troops when they gather around to fight in the Middle East. The Most High coming down, the Most High sending his son as angels to come down and destroy the heathen. It says, let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. That would Jehoshaphat go back to Yahweh, Shaphat, which being Yahweh judges, or Yahweh judgment. I believe it's judges. Let's look. Let's click on it. I believe it's judges. Judge. It says Yahweh has judged. Or Yahweh judged. Basically, it's really most like I'm pour his judgment on these heathen. Say for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about, which that valley of Jehoshaphat. It can be in the Middle East. Right in that land, in Arabia, where in that land in the Middle East, where Arabia and Lebanon and Israel and Iraq and Iran dwell. That land where that land of Syria is. It says, put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come down. It says, come, get you down, for the press is full, the fats overflow, for their wickedness is great. So the Most High say it's right time for the harvest. It's right time to come and destroy these wicked men, these heathen. It's the right time to come and put these heathen in subjection, because they need, good rulership over them. They need to be ruled over. They need to be in subjection under us to learn righteousness. But them, they got, these fuel for the fire. These basically, as what did I say? What did I say? And they gonna be slain with the sword, and with the missile, and by Shai and his army. It says multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of Yahweh is near. In the valley of decision. In that time, God had great judgment. Hey, no, as I say, in that time, I think this World War, it ain't really gonna be about guns and and grenade and tanks and these things. It's gonna be more missiles, more things are gonna be burning, things are gonna cause melting. And that will second Peter. That will all the prophets say. And they say this they saw a lake of fire in America being totally destroyed by fire. And what gonna cause that? What is the only thing that would cause that in this day? The nuclear missiles. It says Isaiah 9:5. It says, "For every battle of the warrior is confused with noise. For every battle of the warrior is confused with noise, and garments roll in blood. That this shall be burning and fuel of fire. Shall be burning and fuel of fire." And that fuel, if you go down to verse 19, it says, "Through the wrath of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai of hosts is the land darkened, and the people shall be as the fuel of fire, and no man shall spare his brother." So the people can be the fuel of fire. Say, in America, all who is not the elect, all who is not part of the 1/3, and the elected in America, they gonna be, everybody else gonna be destroyed. Everybody else gonna be fuel of fire. This is New York Times. This article was uploaded February 7th, 2018. It says only 5 nations can hit any place on Earth with a missile for now. This map includes ranges of land and submarine launched missiles. It says North Korea has drastically increased the range of its missiles. In tests last year, the nation showed that it could probably strike the United States. It says North Korea is among a number of countries that have been working to improve the accuracy and range of their missiles. And they share here Israel, India, Saudi Arabia, Iran, Pakistan, South Korea, with Taiwan. It says we believe we're entering a missile renaissance, said Ian Williams, an associate director at the Center of Strategic and International Studies. So they're doing they bring back what did they say, an arms race? Because they say we're entering a missile renaissance. So which means it was once there. Because renaissance means a rebirth. And naissance means birth in French. And means again. So they're bringing back the Most High, staying back up the spirits to war. Says who has been compiling data on missile programs in different countries. So the great number of countries with ready access to missiles increases regional tensions and makes war more likely, Mr. Williams said. And that's what the Most High say. Hey, prepare war. That's what the Most High say, prepare for war. It says countries are more apt to use the arsenal if they think their missiles could be targeted. In addition, many of the missiles being developed by these countries are based on obsolete technology, which makes them less accurate, increasing the risk to civilians. And there's a risk that missiles could fall into the hands of militia and terrorist groups. Many of countries that have heavily invested in missiles over the last 2 decades are well-known hotspots in Asia and the Middle East. So guess what? What they say? They say they heavily invested in the missiles. Hey, so what they doing? They building up the arsenal. The changing, because that how America ruling the rule. America don't play around nobody who really actually have a missile that could flatten them or missile that could destroy the country. They go on the weaker nations who had that a missiles or the arsenals capable of destroying the country. Says their maximum ranges are overload on the map. As countries are investing in missiles, investing in missiles are often trying to deter regional adversaries. But the effects of this arms race ripple across the globe. As North Korea is an example of the danger. Estimates of the country's maximum missile range went from 745 miles in 1990 to more than 8,000 miles now. That's enough to strike about half of the world, including the United States mainland. During the same period, South Korea gained the ability to strike anywhere in North Korea. Countries like Iran, North Korea, Pakistan have robust missile development programs, and the similarity of some of their missiles indicate that they have collaborated to share technology. So they're doing this. If the enemy and they had a gather together to deter that bully or to stop being bullied by America, that's what they're gonna do. And that's what the most I gonna do at the end of the day. The most I gonna cause even American allies, to destroy America. Okay, you say you gonna cause these 10 horns to hate the whore. The beast to hate the whore. And guess what? That is basically because the policy and the philosophy of America, them on top, and it had nobody that could touch them. They putting sanctions on the own EU allies, the own NATO allies, I should say. Which showing that they really don't care about anybody else. Says Pakistan began invested more in its missiles program in the 1990s, and is believed to have collaborated with China. By mid-2000s, Pakistan had the ability to strike most of India, its main regional rival. And India in turn became capable of striking anywhere in Pakistan and most of China, and another regional rival in the last 2 decades. India is now collaborating with Russia to develop cruise missiles. Saudi Arabia and Israel were already able to strike Iran before 1990, but now Iran could strike back at either country, thanks in part to technology it acquired from North Korea. And you see, they're showing you how these nations getting that technology. If they had to pay for it, that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing, just to get that technology, to build up the nuclear arsenal, because that's what this war gonna be about. So if you ain't had no missile, basically you can't say shit. So Isaiah 34 verse 1, it says, "Come near ye nations to hear, and hearken ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He had utterly destroyed them. He had delivered them to the slaughter. So the Most High, when he sent his son and utterly destroyed them. And he can cause them missiles that the same man created, to destroy the self. It says, their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood. That just show how much people gonna be killed. I think I have nobody to bury them. It says, and all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll. So when I look up mushroom cloud, and look up a mushroom cloud, I would mean by roll together as a scroll, like this, rolling together as a scroll. That what it mean when he say that. See that fire there, that what the missiles gonna cause. That fire. And then it say the missiles that that Russia, the 100 megaton bomb that Russia possess. Do they say if it drop on any land and explode, it will cause fire, and also the radioactive elements from it, could cause the land for about how far to say 1,000 or 8,000 square miles to be uninhabitable for decades. How the scriptures say about Babylon. Babylon shall be uninhabited. They can be the habitation of wild beasts and dragons and vultures and these things. It says, and all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all their hosts shall fall down, as the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a fallen fig from the fig tree. And when these missiles hit it, and these missiles go up in the air from outer silos, and will come up and then go down towards their target. It says, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven, behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, and upon the people of my curse to judgment. And Idumea is a Greek way of saying Edom. You can hear Edom. That's Idumea. Idumea is just a Greek way of saying it. It's Edom, red, Edom, Edomite, Idumea. Which goes to show that the Most High do love everybody. It says, upon the people of my curse to judgment. The Most High won't love everybody. And the capital Idumea is America. I not just gonna be America, gonna be some of these European countries alone, but but the main place is America. The place that gonna receive a lot of judgment. Majority of the judgment is America. Babylon the Great. This is this chapter now. This chapter. 2 Corinthians 16 verse 3, it says, his sword. I read from one. It says, woe unto the Babylon and Asia, woe be unto the Egypt and Syria. Gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair. Bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. A sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? May a man drive away an hungry lion in the wood, or may anyone quench the fire in stubble when it had begun to burn? And from the time the Lord prophesied about these things, about the plagues to come, it was sent. And when he say, hey, it ain't gang, the plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? So who one caused the prophecies, about the destruction of America and the fall of Edom, fall of the wicked empire, to stop or to not happen? And nobody could do that. It says, may any man drive away and hungry. I'm gonna get that quick. I got that real quick. Isaiah 55 verse 10, it says, for as the rain cometh down and the snow from heaven, and returneth not thither meaning there, but water the earth and make it bring forth and bud, that it may give seed to the sower and bread to the eater, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. So whatever the Most High said to do, whatever the Most High said gonna happen, whatever the Most High purposes that were gonna happen. And one of the things is the destruction of America by nuclear missiles. It says, may any man drive away, verse 6, may any man drive away an hungry lion in the wood, or may one quench the fire in stubble when it had begun to burn? May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer? That's speaking about the missile. So in a way, you can, the Most High can cause all you American missile defense systems to fail. But Putin already say, that the missiles that he have, it evading all missile defense systems. So who get Putin who get the Russians that knowledge to put our technology in the missiles? The Most High do that. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua did that. It says the mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? It says a fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it? He shall cast forth lightnings, and who shall not fear? He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid? The Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder? Jump down verse 13, it says, for strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss, when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. So guess what? Few people are lacking understanding. What missile it possibly have, that you could shoot from a bow. A hunter could shoot from a bow, and it fly from one end of the world to the other end. Feel is a missile you could go and make from some fucking tree, from some log, from some piece of wood, some arrow. Speaking about the missiles could fly from, as I just read, from North Korea to America, from Russia to America. Because America is the furthest part in the west, and North Korea is the furthest part in the east. as it show on the globe. So from one end to the next end, that's speaking about the missiles. It says, for strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow, his arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss, when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. It says, behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backwards, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. Part of these plagues is missiles, part of the plagues is the chariots, part of the plagues is famine, Esau, martial law, Jacob's trouble. Got a scripture in Zechariah. Wait. It's 5. It's no. It's no. Let's see. Zechariah 40 verse 12, it says, and this shall be the plague where the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. I will go and cause that. Only fire could cause that. Water can cause that. A famine can cause that. A gunshots can cause that. But could cause that fire, and that fire coming from the missiles. Okay, only extreme heat could cause that. You ain't gonna get burned by light, and that gonna cause that. Extreme heat going on cause that, and the extreme heat coming from the missiles. So second Peter 3 verse 10, it says, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. And we body made up of the elements also. Our body are made up of the elements. So guess what? You people are gonna be melted. As what the scripture say. But let's get back real quick. And this shall be the plague where the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. And guess what? It gonna be to you Israelites too, because you Israelites, signed that agreement or that contract with the devil, which is the so-called white man. So you gonna taste part of the destruction also. It says, 2 Peter 3 verse 10 again. It says, "But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up." Shall be burnt up. So this, no guns could possibly cause this. No sword could possibly cause this. You know? It says, "Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness?" It says, "Looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and elements shall melt with fervent heat." Hey, so it can be, for only fire, burn. The scripture say your flesh can burn off your body. Your skin can be burnt off of your body. Can melt away. Your eyes can be consumed out of the holes, and your tongue out of your mouth. So the heat of that fire had to be extremely scorching. It had to be very hot. But let's get this last scripture here. No. Isaiah 66 verse 15, it says, "For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to rend his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many." So with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, Hashem Yahukakodash, double honors unto the apostles and elders of great millstone that taught us the truth, and peace and blessings to the sincere came across the four corners of the earth. This is Matana from Trinidad Campus. Until next time, I want to say shalom.